So I started doing a photographic essay of the town to, and it was a very blue-collar, industrial town, a lot of factories, a lot of old alleyways, and I was just trying to get my bearings, just getting to know it in my own way. And one night I was in my studio and I had a photograph that I had taken of an old alleyway, and I literally had a piece of wood. It was a weathered plywood that was on the floor, like right beside it. And I noticed how the grain of the wood was similar to the texture of the brick in the photograph. And I just started to rip apart the wood and recreate the photograph. And I thought, it was a eureka moment. It was like, I think I really got something here. I found architecture was a way to communicate with people because there's so much history in the buildings. There's the energy of the people who made them. There's the stories behind it. This is a piece of work from the Revere Sugar Refinery. And that was in, I think it was about 2008. And I went back in 2009. Same place, and it was completely gone. And that's where I really realized that people really have a connection to their older buildings, and it gives them a sense of their identity. A lot of people work in those buildings that are in danger of being torn down. Their grandmothers, their grandfathers, their brothers, their sisters. And then when it's completely demolished and an IKEA is put up, like it changes the essence of the community. A lot of people are attracted to architecture, and they have a resonance with it. There's nostalgia behind buildings. It reminds them of things, certain times, certain places. There's stories in those homes and those buildings and those factories. People worked there. The people who built the buildings themselves, the architects, the designers, they had thoughts and concepts. So all of that energy is bound inside those walls. With my pieces, I like people to walk around them and see them from different angles. And it becomes more of a thing, and there's a relationship as opposed to just a flat piece of work. You can go into this piece a little bit more with the stairs. This used to be a rubber company, so I incorporated photographs of men working way back in the day in the factory. I thought it was interesting because it has different layers of types of architecture. And also stories of buildings, because each of these buildings probably has a different story in it. I think a lot, I meditate a lot on what piece I'm going to build next, because there are certain things that I want to communicate through my pieces. What you put into your work is a relationship between who you are as a person. So as I evolve as a person, then my work evolves, and I want it to communicate feelings and truth and clarity and hope.